Okay, if you want to figure out how to add a specific contact to a specific workflow because maybe you forgot to add this particular contact to workflow that you wanted to add them to, this is going to be your video. I'm going to show you how to add specific contacts to workflows and then how to remove them from specific workflows in case you wanted them out of a workflow if they've asked to maybe be removed from your follow-up or anything like that. So I think we'll just get right into it. So I'll go ahead and share my screen. I'll check my mic. Good. Camera's looking good. Okay. I'll share my screen real quick and then we'll just get right into it. Okay, so really there's three main ways to add a contact to a specific workflow. So the first way is to manually add one, like a singular contact. Second way is to go to like a particular smart list and kind of bulk add all the people that are in that particular smart list, so like real estate agents, for example. That's the smart list I'm on right now. And then the third way is to add them to a workflow within the workflow that they're already in. So you can add like this action step where at the bottom of the workflow or at any point in the workflow, you can add them to another workflow. So just a couple of definitions real quick. When I say manual or when I say workflow, that just means the automation that runs when a contact is enrolled. And then I'll use words like manual, bulk, or automated. So manual is like, a one-off, maybe borrower or agent partner that you're working with that you want to have them, get sent through a workflow. When I talk about bulk, it's because I'm talking about selecting multiple contacts at once within a particular smart list. And then when I'm talking about automated or within an automation, it's when the add to workflow action is within the actual workflow itself. So it sends them to another workflow. So I'll just go maybe through those three methods super quickly. Try to keep it under maybe 10 minutes so you can get this information as fast as possible. But I just want to make sure you get everything that you need. So the first method is to add a contact, like a single contact to a workflow. If these icons are not in your CRM right now, so you're in contacts, right? Like this is the tab that you need to be in. If these icons aren't in there, then reach out to Devin or I, and we'll change your permissions to help you see these icons, because you should be able to see these icons. So first thing you'll do with this singular contact method is select a contact. So I'll just go to my test contact. And then there's this little play button icon with a, semicircle around it. It's just that add to automation one. So you'll click add to automation. You have to write an action name. So for me, I'll just do test action. Usually I just name the action item what the workflow is, like add, maybe I'll do like add Testerson to workflow name, and you would name it like the actual workflow name. And then workflow is selected, and select workflow, and I will put it down, let's see, the live training announcement. And then you have a couple different modes that you can select from. You can send all at once, where it just automatically sends it. For a singular contact, I'm going to recommend you do that because it's just one contact. Send at a scheduled time. If you need to send it at a scheduled time, I'd actually recommend doing that first. If not, then send all at once. And you can pick your time here of your date, and then you can pick the actual time here. So I'll say like 9:50 a.m. of the 22nd. You have to hit confirm. Or this is what I recommend doing in a bulk mode. If you're doing over 500 contacts at once, I would send it in a drip mode. The reason being, especially if it's, I would send it in drip mode if you're sending like mass texts or mass emails to people. Because if you send 500 emails all at once or 1,000 plus emails all at once, and your domain, so like the place that you send your email out of, could be like john@mortgagecompany.com. The @mortgage.company.com is your domain. We don't want that to get affected, and so sending it in drip mode just sends maybe 15 emails at once every 1 to 2 minutes, and that keeps your domain healthy. So anyways, with these singular contacts, I would send it all at once or send it at a scheduled time, and then you hit add to automation and it's good to go. I'm not going to do that here because I don't need this particular person to go down this automation. But you'd hit add to automation and they would automatically be added to that automation. Now the second one is to go to like a particular smart list, and this is going to be really good for you because if you have like a smart list of contacts that meet a particular criteria and they all need to be sent down a workflow, this is really good for that. So like for my real estate agents, I could click into real estate agents, and then I'm trying to think of an automation that I could send them down. Let's just say I wanted to send them down like a live training that I have for them. So I'd go back to contacts, I'd go to my real estate agents, and I would select this button that's in the column of name, phone, email, because then it selects all the contacts. If I just, I can kind of click in between like multiple contacts, but if I want to select all of them, then I would select this button right here. I'd hit that add to automation. I would say add real estate agents to live training. Select the workflow. You can actually type here live training. Okay, I'm going to say announcement. And then let's just pretend I have like, I probably wouldn't have more than 500 real estate agents. But let's just pretend for the sake of practice that I have 500 real estate agent partners. So I'd send it in drip mode. I'd pick a start date. So let's just say what's today? It's the 22nd. So I'd do the 22nd, but I want it announced at lunchtime, let's say. So I'll do like 12:30 or something. Not that that's sound marketing advice. I'm just trying to help with the video. So 12:52, I'd say okay, hit confirm, and the number of messages per batch. So this is I usually set this actually up first, so repeat after 1 minute, and that's the batch. So every 1 minute, if I type 15 in here, 15 contacts are going to be sent through the automation. And so that, like I said, it helps keep our domain healthy. If I have, a lot of contacts in there, so I'll do maybe if there's, like 5,000 plus contacts, I'll probably do like 100 every minute. And then you can also send on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. This is there because let's say you have 1 million contacts and you have, just as an extreme example, but you want to do 100 messages per batch. You wouldn't reach that 1 million mark for, I'm not going to do quick math, but at least for, a week or something like that. And so if you don't want it to send out on Sunday, but you send this, automation out on October 22nd, so that's today, which is Wednesday, it would probably take at least till next Wednesday, maybe more, and you don't want messages going out on Sunday, maybe not Saturday, so you could just uncheck those. You could also do the time windows that you want it to be sent out from. There's a lot of laws going out now where you can't send messages, like automated messages out, I think from like 9 to like before 9 o'clock and after 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock. And so 9 a.m. and then I'll just do 6 p.m. and then I would hit that add to automation. So that's super easy there where you can just add the contact there. And then we'll roll finally into our final way to add somebody to an automation, which is through the actual automation itself. So I have an announcement, and I want to, add somebody. Let's just say somebody's in this workflow already, and I want to, after they get, this live training announcement, I then want to send them into my live training registered workflow, which we already have something set up here. So I'm not saying this is what you should do. We already have some triggers set up to where, if somebody does register, then they'll get sent to the live training register automation, but like if you're a client of ours. But for the live training announcement, just for the sake of this video, you can type up here add, and then you can say add to workflow. And you can select a particular workflow, and you can type in here again, live training registered. Save action. And what that will do is any contact now that comes through here will now at the end of this workflow be added to the workflow that we selected, so live training registered. That holds the same for when contacts are in the workflow. Maybe they're in a wait step. So sometimes you'll see wait steps right here. Let's see, wait. Let's just see 1 day. So let's just say somebody's in this wait step where, they just got into this workflow. They are a lead or a client, and then they have to wait for 1 day. Let's say somebody's in that wait step. If you add to workflow action to this automation, they are going to be sent through add to workflow. If they've already been sent through this workflow, then they wouldn't get this, add to workflow action where they get sent to the live training registered event. So I'm just going to delete this and delete. Okay, and then before this video ends, I just wanted to show you, I know I'm going past my time that I wanted, but I want to show you really quickly how to remove a contact from a workflow. So let's say you accidentally added somebody to a workflow, or somebody's asked you, hey, I don't want any more of these follow-up emails. You can go into the particular workflow that you want to remove them from, that they're inside. So click on the workflow, and then you'll see, let's see, where's the contact here? Okay, so I have a contact here. It will show wherever the contact is in the particular action, it will show where they are. So right now it's in a wait step. So you can click on the little person icon right here with the number 1 next to it, and then you can either select all contacts. It's kind of the same concept as selecting contacts in the contact tab that I showed you earlier, or you can just select individual contacts. If there were multiple contacts here, I could go through and select individual contacts, but for this purpose, there's just one contact in here. And I can select the contact and hit remove selected contacts in this step from this workflow. I can also move selected contacts currently in this step to the next step, which would be the email internal notification. But for this purpose, I want to just remove this contact and remove all. And then that contact, if I refresh, I might have to refresh a couple times. But that contact, yeah, so you'll see that that contact is no longer in this workflow. And I bet I can see it in the execution logs. Yep. So I added it to the workflow just a couple minutes ago. It was in that wait step, and then the test got removed by me. So that's how you remove a contact. And then I just want to go through a couple rapid fire questions that I wrote down. Can I enroll from inside the contact record? Yes. You would use, you'd go to the contacts section right here, and then you'd select this particular contact and add it to the automation. Follow those steps that we talked about. How do I add multiple contacts at once? You can either go to all contacts, that's technically a smart list, or you can go to another specified smart list and hit this all, like select all button. How do I push a contact next to the next workflow automatically? Use that add to workflow as an action inside your current. So really, in summary, for a manual you can do a single borrower, you can do a real estate agent partner, you can just select them manually. You can do bulk ads where you select all contacts within a particular smart list and add them to an automation, and then you can also go into that automation and add them to a workflow within the automation itself. So hopefully that helps. If you need any help with this, implementing this, or if for some reason your UI looks a little bit different, please reach out and we'll help you figure it out. But otherwise, I will see you guys